So the Texans made another trade. This trade, every single Texans fan should be happy about this trade. I've already seen a bunch of negative Nancys, crying about this trade for the Texans. Shut your goddamn mouth. You gotta protect Deshaun Watson at all costs. And this is what the Texans came with. The Texans from Miami are getting Laremy Tunsil, Kenny Stills, a 4th rounder in exchange for 2 first rounders, a 2nd rounder, Johnson Batamosi, our 6th string corner / special teamer, and Julian Davenport. So although I understand it might look like a lot, and it probably is a lot in terms of just draft picks, but you also got to understand, when I said the Texans must protect Deshaun Watson at all costs, I meant that. What's more important? A future unnamed, or 2 future unnamed first rounders and a future unnamed 2nd rounder, or the health of your quarterback? Obviously, the health of your quarterback. That is a no-brainer. We just saw Andrew Luck go and retire early a few days ago. Do you guys want that to be Deshaun Watson? No. So that's why this is a good trade. And I know some people are going to say, oh, but what if Laremy Tunsil gets hurt? Well, what if that first round pick rookie gets hurt? What if they all get hurt? What if they retire on you after a year? We could sit here and what if all day. It's not going to change anything. The Texans got Laremy Tunsil. He is a young stud, top 10 left tackle in the NFL. And in a few years, he's going to be a stud, top 5, top 3 left tackle in the NFL. That's how good Laremy Tunsil is. Last season, he allowed 1 sack. Last year, at the left tackle position, the Texans allowed 16 sacks. I'm not saying Tunsil's going to allow 1 sack again this year. I mean, if he allows 4, going from 16 sacks from that one position to 4, that's a huge difference. That's a bunch of hits off of Deshaun. And I know some people are also going to say, man, Bill O'Brien traded away our whole future. Well, guess what? Without Deshaun Watson, there ain't no future. That's why you got to protect Deshaun Watson. So that's why we got Laremy Tunsil. And like I said, stud, young left tackle. And he's going to be Watson's bodyguard for the next 10 years. And I've seen this on Twitter. I think it was Brett Coleman who said this. Yes, the Texans might have paid a lot for him, but if you ask any Colts fan back then when Andrew Luck was still, in his early years, and ask them, would you give up 2 first-round picks and a 2nd-round pick for a stud left tackle? They probably all would have said yes, because look how Andrew Luck ended up. We don't want Deshaun Watson to end up like that. Now we got a very good superstar in the making left tackle. Not only that, he has 2 years left on his deal. So, in my opinion, that was a great trade. And not only that, we get Kenny Stills. Now, Kenny Stills, he's not going to start. Not a lot. I mean, he's going to play a lot, but he's not going to be a starter. Will Fuller and D-Hop and Kiki are starters, but we've been saying this all offseason. Man, our season kind of hinges on the health of Will Fuller and Kiki QT. Well, guess what? Kenny Stills is like the perfect Fuller insurance. Perfect. If Fuller goes down, Kenny Stills can step in and we won't really miss a beat with Kenny Stills. So now you actually have someone there that can take over if Fuller gets hurt. Or maybe if you want, you get a little crazy and put D-Hop in the slot while you have Kenny Stills and Will Fuller stretching the field from both sides. Deshaun gets another weapon. He gets protection. Like, there is no way anyone could make this into a bad trade. And now Matt Kalil is not starting at left tackle, so I think that is the best case scenario for everyone. Your starting offensive line now looks like this. Laremy Tunsil at left tackle. Titus Howard at left guard. Zach Fulton at center. Max Sharping at right guard. Shantro Henderson at right tackle, with Rod Johnson being your swing tackle. So, tell me you don't feel a lot better about that offensive line. Like, honestly, with the whole Clowney trade, things were looking very dark. But then this comes out. I mean, I'm not saying that, this Laremy Tunsil trade makes up for the Clowney trade, because it doesn't. The Texans gave away Clowney for a bag of, half-eaten Doritos, and not even the Cool Ranch Doritos. But this trade in itself for Laremy Tunsil is a very good trade. And I don't see how anyone can be mad at this. You get to protect Deshaun Watson. You've invested a bunch on your offensive line now. So now the Texans, like I said in my earlier video, even though defensively things might not look so good, this team is still way better than Tennessee, than Jacksonville. Indy don't have a quarterback. The Texans are still going to win the division, but just because they win the division doesn't mean that, they shouldn't fire O'Brien or anything. I don't think for the Texans, regular season matters anymore. Like, for the past, 7, 8 years, the Texans have been a team that makes the playoffs pretty consistently. Now it's what they do when they get in the playoffs. I don't care if they go 12-4. If the Texans go 12-4 and get blown out in a wild card game, you fire O'Brien. I think that's where the Texans sit at right now. I think Deshaun Watson with some protection now. I think the Texans are set up for the future. Obviously, not having the first round picks. They're not going to be picking in the first round, but I don't care. Deshaun Watson is the number one priority. It would have been different if Brock Osweiler was our quarterback and then we did all those trades. But no, Deshaun is the quarterback. We're in good hands with Deshaun Watson. Now we need to figure out if Bill O'Brien can actually get us to new heights. My guess is a no, but we'll find out in January. And hopefully Cal McNair at that point makes the right decision to help this team go in the right direction. But trading for Laremy Tunsil, great trade. Great trade. You guys should be happy and, throwing a party. I was so excited when I saw it. I don't even know what else to say other than it was a very good trade. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. Hopefully I don't have to come back with another trade video. But although we did make some small trades, I guess I'll talk about them since people might ask me about them. But we traded Martinez Rankin for Carlos Hyde to the Kansas City Chiefs, and I guess it's a good trade. Carlos Hyde, I don't think he's, this world-class running back or anything, but he's decent. I trust him more than rookie running backs, and the Texans were going to cut Martinez Rankin anyways, so, it's a decent trade in my opinion. And they also traded for some corner from the Patriots for a 6th round pick, and I also think this is a good trade because apparently this guy is a special team specialist, and we already we traded Johnson Batamosi to the Dolphins, and he was kind of one of our special team specialists, so we kind of make up for that. Not only that, this corner that we got from the Patriots, he can also play the nickel position pretty well, so we have someone that can fill in there. And do you guys know, if you guys watched my Rams recap video, the game against them, I said our depth at the corner position wasn't very good. So the Texans went ahead and traded a 6th-round pick for a special teamer and a backup player, and I am fine with that because a 6th-round pick usually ends up being a backup player / special teamers anyway. So I am more than okay with that. So today, I guess the only bad trade, terrible trade, was the Clowney trade, but everything else I'm okay with, and the Tunsil trade I am very happy with. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.